Let's eat too, wife? Sabi ni Hunter matapos lapagan ng gulay ang plato ni Gianna. Thank you. Knox, sweet and caring husband, biro pa ni Gianna. He just shake his head while smiling because of what he said. Tahimik na silang kumain. Walang kahit anong maririnig kundi ang kalansing ng mga kubyertos. Nalingunin niya ang kambal kaagad siyang natawa. Boys, dahan-dahan. Humarap sila sa kanya. Parehong madungis ang muka. Who cooked this, mommy? It's delicious. Jared compliments the food. Pero mas masarap pa rin food ni mommy. Napataas ang 2 kilay ni Gianna at tinignan si Jairo. Kumindat ito sa kanya. Oh, of course. Mommy's food is the best. Nakataas pa ang kamay ni Jared habang magkakasunod na tumango. I agree. My wife's cooking skill is the best. Gatong pa ng amain. Mga bolero talaga kayo. Iling ni Gianna na sagot sa mga pilyong lalaki. Where's our new school, mommy? Magsa-school ba kami ulit? Tanong ni Jared. Seryoso nakatingin sa kanila ng ama nito. Gusto ko rin mag-school. Palakpak pa ni Jairo nang marinig ang tinanong ng kakambal. Hinuli niya ang mata ni Hunter at sinenyas ang sagutin ang tanong ng dalawa. Hindi niya pa masasagot yun dahil kahit siya ay hindi sigurado kung saan ang paaralan rito. Kung tulad ba sa Maynila ay may mga school na pwedeng sa kanila. When I get back, let's find a school for the two of you, sabi ni Hunter nang maibaba ang basong pinag-inuman. Nakita ni Gianna kung paano magbago ang reaksyon niya ng mga bata. Oo nga pala, hindi pa nila alam na kailangan umalis ang papa nila. Are you going to leave? Kunot ang noo ni Jared. Naibaba na ang kutsara at tinidor para seryoso makipagtitigan sa ama. Yes, alanganing sagot ni Hunter sa anak. Saglit niya pa tinignan si Gianna na nilingon. Tumango lang siya at hinayaang silang tatlo ang mag-usap. Where are you going? Halos makita niya na ang mukha ni Hunter kay Jared. Walang dudang mag-ama. Pareho ang ekspresyon ng mga mata kapag may hindi nagugustuhan. Work. Kita niya ang paglunok na ginawa nito nang sagutin ang tanong ni Jared. Saglit pang nakipagtitigan si Jared sa ama bago nag-iwas ang tingin. You said that you won't be working for a while. Nakangusong komento ni Jairo nang tahimik ang kakambal. Naku, baka umiyak ang dalaman to. Tinampot ni Gianna ang baso ng tubig at inisan tunggam niya. Nakakatense panoorin ang mga to. Puro batuhan ng tanong. It's an urgent meeting and I wasn't expecting it either, son. Paliwanag pa ni Hunter. She feel bad for him and to the kids. Alam ni Gianna na sobrang saya nila nang malaman na hindi mo na kailangang magtrabaho ng papa nila. Makalaro nila to ng matagal. Pero ito ngayon, aalis ito. Bata pa ang dalawa. Sabik pa sa atensyon ng ama. Do I have to wait for you when I want to ride the horse again? Seryosong tanong ni Jared. No, you can ride the horse without me. But take your bodyguards with you. Medyo kalmado ang sagot ni Hunter. Tumango lang si Jared at uminom ng tubig. You said you play with us. Nagsisimula na magtampo ng hustong bulong naman ni Jairo. Inabot ni Gianna ang kamay ni Hunter. Nang tumingin ito sa kanya, ay ginuso niya ang kakambal para sabihin lapitan ang dalawa at aluin. Tumango naman ito at kaagad na tumayo para lumapit sa dalawa na natigil na sa pagkain. Una, sa bunso na nakanguso na at malapit nang umiyak. I know, Jairo, so daddy is sorry. Niyakap ni Hunter si Jairo. Parang maiiyak na rin si Gianna nang makita ang mukha ni Jairo. Pinipigilan nito ang pag-iyak habang nakanguso, kaya mas lalong nakakaawang tignan. Yeah, you said you won't have to work. Bulong din ni Jared na maluha-luha na rin. Nilapitan din ito ni Hunter para yakapin. Sa Maynila, hindi sila ganito kapag papasok ang ama nila. Malulungkot sila pero hindi aabot sa iyakan. Siguro dahil nasa ibang lugar sila. Idagdag pa na nangako nga ang ama nila na makikipaglaro sa kanila. Boys, I'm so sorry, okay? Daddy will get back quickly. Let's play and ride a horse when I come back. It's something important about Daddy's work, so I can ignore it all. Daddy will make it up to you guys, okay? Wala sumagot sa kanya at talagang umiyak na ng tuluyan ang kambal. Tuloy ay habang inililigpit nila na Becca ang pinagkainan nila ay naririnig sa buong kwartong iyak ng dalawa. Jairo, mabilis ang si Papa mo roon, katulad lang dati. Mag-work lang siya tapos uuwi na. Hinaplos ni Gianna ang ulo nito. Nakaupo ito sa kama dito sa tabi niya habang masamang nakatitig sa ama na karga si Jared na umiiyak rin. Baby, please stop crying. Malambing ni Hunter na hinalikan ang pisngi ng anak na nasa balikat niya. Karga rin ako. Humihikping sabi ni Jairo habang nakataas ang kamay at nagpapakarga sa ama. Lumapit si Hunter kay Jairo at isinakay ito sa kabilang braso. Napatakip pa si Gianna ng bibig. Nag-aalala sa sitwasyon ng braso ni Hunter ngayon. Buhat ang dalawang bata na umiiyak habang marahang hinihele. Pilyo at taktong matanda lang talaga si Jared at Jairo. Mahilig makipag-asaran sa ama at makipagsagutan. Pero kapag aalis ang papa nila, lalabas ang pagkabibi nilang dalawa. Mahirap magtrabaho. Pero mas mahirap magtrabaho kapag alam mong may anak kang may iwan na iiyak at hahabol sa'yo. Nakakadulog ng puso. Parang ayaw mo na lang umalis para pumasok kapag naririnig mo na yung mga hikbi nila. Pero kailangan umalis dahil pa rin sa kanila yung pagpasok mo sa trabaho. I'll be back, I whispered softly, kissing her on the lips. I need to get going. I waited for her to wake up, but she's still sleeping. I don't want to wake her up on my own, since she needs a lot of rest. I took a deep breath before leaving our room, gazing lovingly at her face. After I shut the door, I noticed the headmaid. Magandang umaga po, sir, she says as she bends her body and then her head. Good morning. I need to do some business outside. Please take care of my wife. Don't let her do anything tiring, and I'll try to get home quickly, I said as I walked down the long alley to see if the twins have already woken up. Yes, sir. Kami na pong bahala kay madam at sa mga bata. Nakapaghain na po kami ng agahan sa baba. Pagkagising ni madam, ay agad kong ipapaakyat. Sila young sir naman po ay tatanungin pa namin kung saan nila gusto mag-agahan. Kayo, sir, may gusto po ba kayong kainin para sa almusal? Ipapaasikaso ko po sa baba. No, thank you. I'll eat when I get back. Pakisabi na lang kay Rocco sa baba na ihanda ang sasakyan. Wika ni Hunter. Masusunod po. Thank you, Nanay Becca. She smiled and bent down a little. So, am I royalty or what? It's still odd to me. But, never mind. When I got to the twins' room, I noticed their maids standing outside. They greeted me as soon as they saw me. Are the two still sleeping? I checked my wristwatch. It's already 9 o'clock. Yes, sir. Napagod ho. At sa kakaiyak kagabi. I nodded and opened the door. I shook my head when I saw them sleeping in the same bed. They have their own room, but they still choose to share one bedroom and one bed. I walked quietly up to them and kissed their chubby cheeks for a goodbye before carefully exiting their room. I have to go. Please keep a closer eye out with the twins, I said. Yes, sir. Kami na po bahala. I think she's Daisy. Nilingon niya si Miley nang magtaas ito ng kamay. I just lift my brows to ask why. Nga po pala, sir. May pasok po kami sa school. For a brief moment, I was stunned. But then, I remembered they were still studying. Oh, yeah. The two of you are still studying, I said, nodding my head, remembering their situation. I think someone else is studying while working here. Opo, sir. Kaya po sila Yuta, Gildart at Upert po muna ang magbabati kila young sir mamaya. Wala po kasi silang pasok ng hapon, Mylene stated. When he heard so many names, my mind went black. Yuta and who? He scratched his chin. There were so many names and people. I'm still adjusting and trying to remember everyone here. Si Yuta, Gilbert at Hubert po. Boy po dito sa mansyon. Wala pong gawain sa kwadra at farm, kaya gusto po nila makipaglaro kila young sir. While she was explaining, I could sense her nervousness. Mabait at maasahan po yung mga yun pagdating sa mga bata, sir. Maganda rin po kasi may makalaro ng lalaki sila young sir. Wala po kasing ibang bata dito na makakalaro nila, Daisy added as she nudged Mylene's arm. Well, I guess they are right. Since I'll be leaving for work in 2 days, Jared and Jairo need a buddy who can play with them. Okay, thank you for informing me. May kailangan ba kayo sa school? Do you need money for a project or activity? Tell me if all of you need something for school, he said as he getting money from his wallet. Here, take this. Baka may mga kailangan kayo sa school. They both shook their head. Nako sir, hindi po. Thank you po ng sobra. Pero sapat na po sa pagtatrabaho namin dito. Nababayaran tuition namin. Tsaka po, may allowance pa po kami every month. Oo nga po sir, salamat po talaga. Pero hindi namin matatanggap yan. Pero salamat po. Just skip this. Nailabas ko na. He insisted. It was a relief when they both accepted it in the end. He noticed that the car was getting ready to leave. Magandang umaga, sir. Yeah, good morning. Do you know how to get there? Yes, sir. Malapit lang po dito yung private hospital. Okay, let's go. Before I leave for work, I like to assign some nurses for Gianna. But he didn't realize she had that kind of minor trauma from what happened before we came here. He don't have a choice but to find a doctor who will check her condition and our baby every 2 or 3 days. Rocca started the car. Later on, Hunter received a phone call from his lovely wife. Good morning. Did you sleep well? He greeted. Nasagutin niya ang tawag. She asked, dapat ginising mo ko. I can tell that she called me as soon as she heard me left the house. I don't want to interrupt your sleep. I replied, okay. Nasaan ka na ngayon? I looked at the car window and saw a mountain in the wide open lot. There's another car behind us. That's where my personal bodyguards are. I didn't know. Rocca is the one driving. He knows the way, so hinihintay ko na lang makarating kami. I barely slept last night because of the guilt when the kids cried. I don't want to leave. But I can't ignore those scumbag shareholders. It's a relief. I appointed Ron as my acting CEO. He stated that the trash is causing a major problem and that I intend to leave the company and resign from my position. While the cat is away, those little mice are making a move. I can't let them ruin the company that easily. Sir, nandito na po tayo, Rocco announced while carefully parking the car. We arrived, wife. I'll call you back after this, okay? Okay, take care, okay? I love you. I love you too. I waited for her to drop the call first. Nang mamatay na ang tawag, bumaba na si Hunter ng sasakyan. Rocco and the other positioned themselves to guard me as soon as I stepped onto the ground. I noticed some people's eyes widening, and I think they are wondering who we are. I can't blame them. With all my black outfit and my bodyguard's black tuxedos, we really look like some tags. How may I assist you, sir? Her trembling lips are so visible. Do I look really bad right now? You're making it all up. I have an appointment with Dr. Loizaga, I said, and she started panicking while tapping on her computer. Hunter Martinez po? She inquired. Yeah, I want to sigh. It's exhausting me. Ay thanks, sir, she said as she dialed the phone. While I wait for the confirmation, I scanned the hospital. This is the most private hospital here. It's a little smaller than the hospitals in Manila, but it's peaceful and well maintained. Dr. Loizaga is on the 8th floor, OB-GYN floor. Sir, you can go up now, she said as she handed me a small card and pointed to the elevator. Thank you, I said before taking the small card, which I assume is a visitor card. As I walked to the elevator, I noticed Rocca telling the guards to stay on this floor. We both get into the elevator. 8 please, I say to the man in charge of the buttons. He pressed the button. The elevator is gold and white, and it's enticing. If I didn't know this was a hospital, I think it was a hotel. Who owns this hospital? A question snapped through my mind. Si Mayor Ragrasa, sir. Simula nung manalo siyang mayor, 5 taon nang nakakalipas, ipinatayo niya po to. He's a mayor? I asked, puzzled. Why? As mayor, would you construct a private hospital rather than a public hospital for the people who need it the most? This is a private hospital if he's a mayor. Dapat public, so the less fortunate people can seek medical help from him, I said, and Rocco coughed, taken aback by what I said. Please excuse me, sir, elevator guy said as he turned to face me and Rocco. Si Mayor Magrasa, nagpatayo po siya ng fainting hospital na para sa mayayaman na katulad niyo po, para po may pambudget sa isa pang hospital na ipinatayo naman po niya para sa katulad naming mahihirap. That's a very clever idea for a mayor and a businessman. I like it. That's impressive, I said as I exited the elevator. While looking for the gynecology room, I noticed some pregnant women with their husbands by their sides. It reminds me of Melissa while she is still bearing our children. Although she has no idea I was there because I hid and let Gianna do everything for her. It's a good memory for the three of us. Pangatlong pagbubuntis na po ni Madam, sir. Hirap po ba siya? Ang asawa ko po kasi ganun rin. Rocco said this as he started walking behind my back. I gave him a slight smile. It's our first child, I explained, noticing his puzzled expression. Jared and Jaida's birth mother died as soon as she gave birth to them. So my wife has become their mother since then, and now she's experiencing this kind of hardship because of me. So I need to do everything I can to lessen the pain and hardship. I tapped his shoulder. It's true that I'm still responsible for my wife's problem and pain, so I can sit in the corner and do nothing. I need to provide everything, and I will give it to her if it will help her. Sorry, sir. He apologized when he realized what I had said. It's fine. That's not a bad thing. Oh, it's here, I said when I saw Dr. Loizaga's names on the door. I knocked on the door, and a woman in a white uniform answers. Based on her uniform, she isn't a nurse or a doctor. She could be a secretary or an attendant. I'm looking for Dr. Loizaga, I said in a low tone. I saw her blink her eyes more than twice before speaking. Yes, please. Good day, Mr. Martinez, she said as she opened the door for me to enter. Dr. Loizaga is down on the meeting room waiting for you, she said. Rocco enters the room as well and takes a seat in the corner where he can keep an eye on everything while also keeping an eye on me. Dito po, sir, she said, leading me to the inner room where I saw a middle-aged woman dressed in a doctor's gown. Nice to see you, Mr. Martinez, she said, reaching for my hand. Thank you for accepting my urgent appointment, and it's nice to meet you as well, Doctora, I said as I shook her hand. Let's take a seat. Thank you, I said as I take a seat in the chair facing her. Would you like a coffee or tea? She asked, and I shook my head. No, it's fine. I came here to request my assistance, I began, and she clasped her both hands while listening to me. My service? Do you perhaps require a personal nurse or doctor? She questioned, and I nodded and laid back in my chair. My wife is currently on bed rest, and I'd like to request for you to be her personal doctor until she gave birth, I explained, starting to notice her dumbfounded expression. Pasensya na, Mr. Martinez. If you want a personal nurse, I can provide one or two, but if you want me to be your wife's personal doctor, that's impossible. The hospital needs me. I can't do it. No, I mean, it's not entirely a personal doctor that you have to stay at our house and attend every day. All I ask is that you visit her and check her condition 2 to 3 times a week, monitor her progress, and keep her pregnancy safe, I explained. She's starting to get annoying. I pinched the bridge of my nose, but I can't be mad at her. She has a valid reason, and I don't want to hire someone who isn't the best in the field. I need her for my wife. Oh, so it's just a 2 or 3 times a week, and all I need is to see her for a checkup, she asked, finally beginning to understand what I have been saying. Yeah, I said sternly. But don't you think it's better to get her a personal nurse if I'm only going to visit her for a couple of days? My wife doesn't like it for personal reason. So, are you going to do it? I can pay you any amount you want. Just name it. I'm sorry for the delay in the understanding, but you should know that I need to be here all the time because of my position. So I objected when I heard you wanted me to be a personal doctor, she was trying to explain, and I shrugged and nodded. Yeah, I'm sorry for the misunderstanding as well. So, is it a deal then? I asked how many times. Yes, sir. I will do it, and I will do my best until the baby is safely delivered, wika ng doktora. At dito na po nagtatapos ang ika-25 kabanata ng ating kwento. At sana'y muling niyo po ako samahan sa susunod pang kabanata. Maraming salamat po. Ingat po tayong lahat!